my man having fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to see... let's stand to one side so we can all see how big you are. Very good.
Not very big.
Really?
Not big enough.
I think so.
Yeah. I know so.
Really?
We are 6 days premature.
Oh, right. Is that right?
Yeah.
You look fairly big on here, but you don't. It doesn't quite look as big as I thought you would, in a sense, because you look.
I look small.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think when people can tilt slightly more to me a little bit more. Yeah, I think there's a bit when you go that way. I think when people look at this video, they'll see how you're very big.
Very little.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just thinking of how tonight mirrors our wedding night.
Yeah.
Because we got back, we were rushing out maddening all evening.
Yeah.
And we got to the hotel and we were just exhausted and just collapsed. Roughly the same sort of time. It's about 20 to 12:30. So it actually is the day of the little one's birth. See, when you walk around like that, you look very big.
I look little.
Really? Perhaps I should stop filming at this point.
You want to do one like this?
No, I could do. Yeah, and it's so funny to see how little ones are inside you.
Yeah.
They're very nice.
In a very space-saving manner.
Really?
Yeah.
Compact and bijou.
Yeah.
Very good. But the thing is, I think sometimes I look at you and you haven't grown much since I last looked at you. But then when I think about actually what you'll look like when you're not pregnant,
yeah.
You're so slim. Yeah, I know. From the back, there's no, it really is, you can't tell. But even from the front, you can see you are, you know, you don't mind me saying, quite big, but only because you've got 3 little babies in there.
Yeah. I think you don't see the difference if you see somebody every day.
Yeah.
People like Amanda, you see you know, once a week, and then I think, oh my God, what happened to you?
Yeah. Right, it's a good time for me to take a shot of the time. That, of course, is only one version of the time, as Isabel will say. The time could be any time between about 12:30 and 1:45.
I've stood too long.
Have you?
No.
Do you feel very tired?
Very tired.
Yeah, well, that's one of the good reasons for having the birth tomorrow, I think, is that, or later today, as it actually is.
In case you're collecting arguments, there's only one argument that will scream
Really?
the whole debate.
Yep.
They come out and they scream and they're okay, and I say, okay.
Okay.
That is the only...
I'm sure they'll scream plenty. It is quite strange to think later today we'll be parents, I think. Don't you think? I was thinking this evening, it's sort of built up to this moment for the last 9 months, and yet it's only now that you start to think, oh yeah, we're going to be parents.
Well, I think, that reminds me of our wedding.
Yeah.
Because we were so focused on what we, that everybody's having, and that was a nice day, and that we were together. It took me one second to understand that I'm actually
Mrs. Mason.
Yeah. It took me a long time for
my
brain to catch up.
Yeah.
I
think that's interesting. I do wonder if this is a reflection of today's society, that we're also rushing around so much that we don't ever... I wish I could video you getting into bed like that, because you've got a very specific technique, but I don't think it's appropriate to video.
Yeah, it's the only technique that doesn't involve killing me.
No.
But I think it's also, you can't change what you have always been feeling, isn't it? I mean, it's a completely new concept. You have to give your...
Video myself.
have to give your mind and things, you have to give it time.
Yeah.
It's a complex.
Yeah.
It's a complex concept, I think.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a bit easier for your mind to settle because we can hold the little ones.
Yeah.
Being married is a fairly abstract concept, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas being parent, I don't think we will forget or find it difficult to understand.
No.
And it will probably be very much in our face for.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so.
But at the moment, it's all airy-fairy, isn't it? Because all we have is expectations and hopes and things.
I think the other thing is that we haven't had the time to mentally prepare anyway, because we were thinking it was going to be next week.
Yeah.
And I've had all these thoughts in my head about posting things on Facebook about cutting my nails in preparation for the first nappy and all sorts of things like that, which we haven't done in the end because it's all been.
Yeah. I think it's a good indicator because we might make plans when we have two little ones, and half of the plans we can't do because they're kids and things will work out differently.
Yeah.
We won't ever be like perfectly prepared unless we start getting them into a military drill.
Yes. What did you think about the midwife's comments about Gina Ford this afternoon?
I think I agree and disagree at the same time. I agree that she will find that there's a difference between looking after somebody else's child and looking after your own child. However, having followed the NCT class people, if you get too far down the line of it's my child, I do what I feel. You are what those mums experience, and like no sleep, find it really, really hard. I think is what we discussed earlier. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing wrong with waking up a baby and saying you need to eat. In general, there's nothing wrong. Whether you want to do this when it has just fallen asleep, we can have a discussion about it. But I think the general idea of feeding them mostly over the daytime to give us the best possible chance that they sleep through, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No.
Equally, I think it's good to be reminded that if we have problems in getting them into a structure for the first 6 weeks, that isn't probably a problem. This is just normal.
Yeah. No.
And all we can do is try. So, but to dismiss it completely, I feel is just too easy.
Yeah.
Because super nanny isn't, not every professional in the hospital who deals with babies on a daily basis is a parent.
No.
Not everybody who gives advice, not every midwife, not every, is a mother. And still the advice stands. And I think this is where it's complicated being a parent. On one hand, you have these feelings, and on the other hand, you need to be able to stand back and be objective. Because if you get too far down the road of it's my baby, we are first-time parents. Our feelings will be, to a certain extent, completely out of kilter because, there's more fear and stuff like that, which is probably not very helpful. If we're the third time around or fifth time around, then I can say, okay, I have a feeling, I have an experience that sounds like this is what we do. But we are first time parents. I'm not sure I should always go by my feelings 100%.
No. Well, that's why you read books and decide and on the basis of it, don't you, really, rather than you have a little bit of knowledge, I think.
Yeah, it's a combination, isn't it? And we are a team.
You're so funny, you are, because that was just exactly what I was thinking.
You will perceive things potentially completely different and a bit more objective than myself, because you're a man.
Maybe. I wasn't thinking so much of the differences between us. I was thinking how we work very well together generally.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's difficult when we're feeling pressure to understand that we need to do different things in order to enable us to do more things. But generally speaking, we're very good, I think.
Yeah.
I think we'll be very good parents. I think you'll be a very good parent. I'm looking forward to all the fun we'll have.
But when I was au pair, I've seen it with Simon, for example, when Henry was teething.
Mm.
I mean, okay, he was a third-time parent. He knew what he was talking about, but he was able to let the little one scream for 10 minutes and sort of say, "You will fall asleep. I know it's all painful and the world is all hell, but you're okay." And I think that needs a dad, because mums will find this very, very difficult. You know, they are stronger and they can say, "We'll try it for 10 minutes. It's not that I'm cruel. We'll try, and then we'll reevaluate." And I think that's...
Okay. Well, I think we've had enough discussion about what we'll do, don't you?
Yeah.
We have to get some sleep.
If I stroke your face, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll go to sleep very quickly.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say quickly?
No. I hope I behave okay tomorrow.
I'm sure you will.
I don't know. So I don't want to apologize in advance for something silly I make, but do or say or something. But
you'll be fine. You'll be good.
Yeah, we're a team, and I'll do my utmost not to embarrass the Masons.
Very good.
I'm looking forward to see the Mr. Pittman's face when we're singing French Christmas songs.
There's no words to say that, so that's a good way to end, I think. My lovely wife.
My lovely husband.
Mum.
Mama.
Mama.
Mama. Yeah. And you're gonna be dead. And Papa.
Yeah.